Okay, now that you have completed your practice assignment and you've printed your Cubee off, we're just going to look at starting to cut it out. So we've got our X-Acto knife, a ruler, safety glasses, and our Cubee that we've printed on cardstock, so that thicker material. X-Acto knife, remember always have the safety cap on and carry it with the point down. The ruler, you are only allowed to use a ruler once you are comfortable and confident, and I've seen that you can use the knife safely. We're going to go into this in a moment. So you cannot use this on the practice assignment. Safety glasses, put those on because we're always protecting our eyes in case the blade were to snap. So you'll notice right away when you go to cut that you have to push a little bit harder in order to actually cut through the cardstock. What I'm going to tell everyone is that you should cut any of the interior lines out first, then go and cut the exterior of your design out. So what I mean by this is we are going to go and cut all of these thin lines first. So you'll notice I'm grabbing the ruler, my fingers are a little bit closer, but they are out of the path of the knife. So once you're confident and you can use the knife safely, it can be a great asset for you. So we're going to go around, and this is going to take me a few minutes to go and cut this out. So now we're going to look at assembling the Cubee. So we've already gone through and we've cut all the interior pieces out first. And we're not even cutting them out, we're just cutting the openings or the slits in them for other pieces to assemble and fit into. So if I've cut this all out properly now, I should be able to just pop this out. If you need to go back, you might need to touch up a few spots. But it looks like I did a fairly good job. Here's a little trick, is you can actually use this ruler or some of the other smaller rulers to help you in making the folds nice and crisp or straight. Again, every Cubee is going to be a little bit different, but the general principle of assembling them remains the same, and most of them are numerically or alphabetically coded. I tend to do the flaps first before I do too much folding here. And the first mistake everyone makes is they do this and they actually put the flap. Ooh, and I didn't cut all the way through, so I'm going to lay that out flat. And you can see it's much more risky or difficult to go through and do all those cuts. I think that was the only one I missed when it's not held in place by the paper. So a big mistake I see everybody make is they put the little flap sticking out like this. So obviously aesthetically that doesn't look very good, but functionally it should also be a little bit stronger and look nicer if this goes on the inside. So you see that looks much better. And then all the big flaps go in, and you might take a moment to do this. It's not going to be a race. And that would be the first part of our Cubee. So that would actually be the torso or the body. And then you would actually see that R and S, that will fit into this later when you go to put the head on once it's assembled. So you just keep going along like that. These would be the arms, these would be the feet, that would be the other arm, this would be the nose in this case, so that's the nose there if you didn't see it on the camera. And that is how you begin assembling the Cubee.